Hi, I would like to share some perspective on a method from the natural medicine. They call it also the liver flush, and it is a way of cleaning the gallbladder from the stones that are in it, and so it makes the gall fluid better able to do its work for digestion, etc. It is a method that is very much discussed on the internet, so I will not go into the details of how it works here, and I will place a link where there is some information about it under the video, so you can investigate it for yourself if you're interested. There is one point in it that I would like to have a look at, because what I found in many discussions is that it is discussed if the green dots that are coming out, if you have some gallstones, if this is really a gallstone or that it is something else, like a soapstone or, well, something else that is in the intestine that is coming out. And of course it is valuable to discuss these things, because then we can in detail investigate what is happening when we do such a flush, and if it is really doing what is thought that it's doing. But what I found in these discussions is that the whole method is brought into discredit, so to say. So like it is not working at all, or it is all nonsense, that it can be preventive to develop more bigger gallstones. And within this I then wonder if the method is really investigated by the ones who are putting it into doubt. Well, the alternative is that we in the end take out our gallbladder, and that is also discussable. Well, there can be a time when the body is under too much strain and that the gallbladder needs to be taken out, but in this area before this needs to be done, there is much to be done with this. For example, this liver flush to prevent the gallstones becoming so big and so frequently that the gall is not able to move anymore and do its work properly for digestion. And here I would like to bring in my experience, and from here my perspective on the question if this liver flush is really working or not. And I've done it several, maybe even many times. It started already when I had my education on natural medicine, and that I ended up into the year 2000, and the 6 years before, so starting 1994, I started this education, and within this we also got educated on this liver flush. And so within these years it was the first time that I learned to know about it, and also that I practiced it. And later on I picked it up now and then for myself. And the most clear feedback and reference I have from the last year and also in a while before this, where I started to feeling very dull and tired in the morning, and well, like my eyes were falling closed down any moment, like not being able to wake up, very heavy, not comfortable within my body. But that can have more reasons, so I always have to differentiate between what is going on within the midst of my body, around the intestines, around the digestion area. But this is a very specific physical experience, this dullness, this tiredness, this eyes that are falling like that. And here I noticed, I have to try to do this liver flush again, because it can be quite possible that there are some stones that give this experience of stagnation within my body, and if it becomes too much, I get this physical experience of dullness and heaviness and tiredness. More pronouncedly than I can have when I usually only have some cramping or something within my intestine. This can also give a tiredness, but it's different. So I picked it up and I applied it one time, and after this one time, this experience, this of heaviness, this physical experience of heaviness and dullness, it cleared up and it was gone actually. And then you have to apply it several times, because the gallstones that are more behind in the tube or towards the gallbladder, or even before the gallbladder, they need, before, I'm not sure, let's keep it on in the tube towards the gallbladder, they need to be pushed through again, and then one may it may be needed to do the flush again to get the new stones out again. So I applied it 2 times more then, and the last time I didn't see stones anymore. So I think, I stop now for a while. And this took some 3 months. And then I only found this a little bit of this heaviness, but also an uncomfortable feeling on the right side. Also a more cramping, but I was not sure if it was only cramping of the intestine or that there was something stucking in. And I noticed, let's try to do it again now. And I did it, and there were some stones, and not really so much, but also a little bit a bigger one. I'm not sure if it is in perspective here on the video, like that. And after this, I immediately feel better again. So not the whole intestine and digestion problems are gone, but it is moving again within my body. That is one of the things that the liver gall function is doing. It's getting movement within the lower parts of the body, and actually the middle and lower parts. So to not go into detail, because there are so many aspects about the liver gall that we can discuss actually. But what I here want to point out is that such cross-reference for oneself, to investigate it within our own body, and then take this conclusion if it is valuable and if it works or not, and what it can add of value to our health and well-being. That is important with these treatments. and not some opinions who are discussing if these stones are real gall stones or not, or soapstones, or that it is, or if it is something else, without a real physical point of cross-reference and investigations within each own body. And so these discussions are, from my perspective, only here to create a lot of turmoil and conflict and putting things into discredit that are not suitable within the regular approach of how, for example, the regular medicine is working at the moment. So what I would like to say with these kind of treatments is, if you have the possibility and ability, and if your health and well-being is functioning well enough and safe enough to experiment with this, is to investigate this treatment, for example, or other treatments for oneself, and then bring forward your findings and your conclusions of what it adds to your own well-being. So keep on investigating, and from there bring it into the world in a supportive way, and not in a conflictual way, and not in a way of making things less or making things worthless, because this is not helping or not supporting anyone. And for me, this is not how I and we would like to exist within this world. Okay, thank you for listening.